catalyst can be something you hear on a podcast or read in a book. A catalyst can be a statement you hear someone make that fundamentally changes the way you see the world. Several years ago, I was leading a training for about 200 project managers at a global consulting firm. It was about beating burnout and becoming your best self. These were very technical people. And a couple of days after the session, one of the women who was in the room reached out to me and she said, "Rachel, I've already made a huge change in my life." I was like, "It has been 48 hours. What did you do?" And she said, "I'm a single mom, and I have to travel a lot for work, and I split my time between where I live and a location several states away that I have to fly to, back and forth. And it's really been taking a toll on my family. So I came home after your session and I talked to my partner because there was a question that you asked that I just couldn't shake. The question was this: who gets the best of you? And who gets the rest of you? Who gets your best and who gets the rest?" This is not an easy question to sit with, but she did. And sitting with this question prompted her to go to her boss the next day to ask for a change in her role so she could just be based where she lived. She was asking to change half of her job. You know what? Her boss said yes. And at the end of the message she sent me, never forget what she wrote. The last line, she said, "Rachel, after I did that, I slept better last night than I have in a year. I slept better last night than I have in a year because I advocated for myself." Brené Brown and her team have done research. They interviewed over 1,000 leaders, and they asked them what team member behavior most builds trust. We might think, oh, somebody being competent, that's probably it. Somebody performing well. But here's what they found. It was shocking. Asking for help. When somebody asks for help, that is the thing that helps us most build trust. Because what it allows us to do, when somebody asks you for help, it allows you to show up and step into your capabilities. It allows you to feel relevant, which, by the way, is another one of the core drivers of employee engagement, is a sense of relevance. People being able to answer the question, who am I helping and why does it matter? When you help somebody, you answer that question for yourself. And think about it. Have you ever had someone, maybe a friend or a colleague, you found out they were struggling months later? Has anyone ever had this happen? You found out months later somebody was struggling and they never came to you because they didn't want to bother you. They didn't want to bother you. Have you ever felt that way? You're like, I need help. I don't want to bother anybody. So I'm just going to carry this backpack by myself. It's really heavy, but I'm just going to carry it alone because I've told myself a story that I'm not worthy of the same help and support that I give the people around me. What is it costing you? Again, back to that. I was terrified to ask for help. When I burned out, my boss was the CFO. And I remember sending him an email when I got this diagnosis. And I messaged him and I said, I talked to my doctor. I have to sleep. I can't have meetings before 10 a.m. I mean, I was asking for things that I was like, they're going to fire me. They will surely fire me if I ask for these things. I had been there for a decade. I had proven my value. I'd proven my worth. And he said, Rachel, whatever you need, we're here to help you. We're here to support you. I was so afraid of asking. We are keeping ourselves in a place of pain longer than we need to be because of our own pride and our unwillingness to ask for what we need. Let somebody else support you. Let them love on you. Let them use their skills and strengths. Let them feel capable and relevant because you are willing to speak up and ask for help. Now, a catalyst or a spark could also be a statement that we hear. A couple of years ago, I met a woman named Renee, and 8 words I said on stage fundamentally changed the path of her career. See, Renee had just been asked to speak on behalf of her company and their wellness program at one of the largest wellness conferences for the largest corporate wellness vendor in the world. And she said, I'm not a public speaker.